Hello everyone, welcome to my live stream. Today it's Friday, Chibi Friday, and my dog's birthday is coming up next week. Next week I'm going to be on vacation, so I'm going to draw him another birthday Chibi this year. I did it last year, so I thought I would do another one this year, and it's his 15th birthday, so he is he's a senior citizen, and yeah, he's in retirement, so he's gonna have a very sleepy picture for my reference image here that I've got, because that's a lot of what he does these days, is just laying down and sleeping. But I think I can turn this one into a cute chibi too. It's actually kind of hard to convert a reference image of an animal like curled up into a cute chibi, because with my chibis the head is so big that it just like covered up the body, and so you don't really get the cute chibi effect. But I like something on here. Oh, some paint on here from illustration work. Okay, I got it. But I've got this one. He's laying on his side and his head is like tilted back over his body and stuff. I think I can do it. So I'm gonna get some, let's see, I don't know what kind of paper I want to use. Maybe Bristol. Maybe using some Bristol. Let's see. Bigger one. Bigger Bristol. Black paper sketchbook, colored paper sketchbook. I think this will have, oh, here we go. I've got a bunch of these. I'll use this manga artist pad. Here, I bring it over so you can see what it looks like. This is my first experience with the Aqua Bee or bee paper, and I really like their products, so I'm going to use one of these for this chibi. I don't remember what I used last year for the chibi soon, but this will be good because I'm going to do my usual chibi style, which is ink, marker, and colored pencil. So this paper is really good for marker. And then I also have, I want to use this because then I have room on the sides for, you know, test swatches of markers and such. Okay, so I've got my paper, that back. So what I need to start is just my sketch kit. So I'll get that out of my bag over here. This is my usual basic sketch kit. It's got all my favorite tools, including erasers. Oh, that's off the screen. And pens and such. I will use this one, pencil, for my base sketch. Then I'll just put this off to the side for now because I don't need anything else. And I feel like this, I'm going to try adjusting my lamps real quick because I feel like this one isn't as bright. Which is the brightness? This one's the brightness in. Okay, that makes it all the way dark. I'm going to make it all the way light. Oh yeah, it wasn't turned up all the way. That's weird. Okay. Man, I've got all these blue items, and blue is my least favorite color, but for some reason I ended up with all these blue. Blue eraser, blue, well this is blue on purpose because it's a blue sketch pencil. These ones aren't. But this thing was random. This was random. Okay. This is a cool, it's called Delgard, and it's a 0.5 millimeters by Zebra, and it's meant to protect your lead from breaking. Okay, this is technically the front, but there's a bunch of spots on it, so I'm gonna flip this over and use the back side because there's less of these little dark spots. Okay. This lined up good. So you can see good. And so I'm looking at my reference image. I just realized I don't have the chat open in case somebody wants to chat with me, which would be sweet. Okay. Yeah, chat open. All right. So I want to kind of center it. Actually kind of thinking about it. Last year I drew him with a really big bone with a bow on it. In this reference picture, okay, I'm gonna Google some ideas. What's a good search? Dog iconography? So I could do a bone again, but I wanted to do something different. Dog bone, no. What's stuff that you think of? Maybe I'll search dog toys. Classic dog toys. There's the Kong thing. He had one of those. He doesn't play too much. He can't see very well or maneuver that well anymore, so he doesn't play with his toys that much. He mostly likes treats. Yeah, there's a dog bone. Frisbee. It's like I'm looking for iconography, but that search term, there's like a different word. Images associated with dogs. That's what I'm going to search. Images associated. I forgot the word associated. Oh, it would help if I could spell it right. Associated. The S's come first. Ah, there's dog house. Yeah, ball. Dog house, tennis ball. He did like to get balls. I'm gonna search for see if I can find a reference image. He had this bacon flavored ball. It was a squeaky ball, and that was like his favorite toy until he couldn't see anymore and couldn't find it. Oh, here it is. Yeah. So let me see if I can look under images. Yep, that's it. Yep, his bacon ball. I always called it his bacon ball. Although it might be nice just to use that classic looking tennis ball. Because I gave him a bone in his picture last year, and it's not like he ever had a classic cartoony looking bone in real life. So even though we didn't like get him tennis balls to play with, I'm just going to look up tennis ball so that I have a nice. Oh, what do you know? The second image is a dog one. Oh, tennis balls for walkers. I'm trying to find one that's got a nice. Here, so you can kind of see what I'm looking at. With a nice right here. Some nice lighting. Oh, this one's even better. The lighting is opposite, so I wonder if I can. I'm comparing it to the lighting of my reference to... Yeah, I like this. US Open tennis ball. How a tennis ball is made. I wonder if I can just save this. Download. What? No, I don't want to... What? I put my phone in Japanese for practice, and I don't know all the kanji, so it's kind of confusing sometimes when I'm trying to do this. I saw the word download, so I thought that that would work, but I think that... Okay, maybe I just clicked the wrong button by... Oh, okay, I accidentally clicked the wrong button. Okay. Okay. Where'd it go? There it is. There it is. Now, this is my reference image. The lighting is the opposite of what I need. So I'm hoping I can just edit this and flip it. So let's see. I guess I'll do it in my Photos app. Here's the crop. So hopefully, yes! Boom! It's got the lighting coming this way now, which is one, well, I guess there's some coming this way too. It's kind of confusing. Anyway, this is good. So save this. Save this. Yep. Alright, so now I've got this. Oh, I'm going to turn my phone too so that it's the same. Oops, gotta move my charger a little bit. There, my chargy stand. There, now I've got the reference for the tennis ball here and the reference for my doggy over here. Not that you can see them, but that's what I'm looking here. I'm looking here. And then it's going to work great because there's like a stool, like a storage stool behind him in the reference photo that he's leaning on. So I'm going to have him be leaning on the tennis ball instead. Oops, I moved my paper. I was just trying to make sure there were no little pet hairs or anything on it before I finally get started. So here's the circle for the tennis ball. And then here's the circle for his big chibi head. And then his neck is curving down like this. And this is his chest. And his hips. And then his, so he's got his, like his front, like his chest comes like this, comes down, and then the forearm sticking out, very cute like, and then his paws. And here's the other one. Sticking out. Sticks out long like, and then this cute paws. Another cute paws. There's two legs, and then his back legs. Here's his back thigh, and it comes down kind of a triangle shape like this. And then his long cute foot there. And then the other one. So his abdomen comes up like this, tucks in, and then you can see the other leg. Like that. It sticks out a little bit. And then his cutie tail goes around in a little spiral. Like that. That's just a, I'm not done with it. Now, I want to lay out his facial features. Nosy. Nosy and muzzle comes up like this and curves down. You can see the outside lip. And then his bottom jaw. It's like that. And then he's got a bunch of ruffles of neck. I always call it his dubba bubba. His dubba bubba. Actually, it's like a multi bubba right here. It's like 1, 2, 3. So that comes down like that one. That one comes up like that. Okay, I want to the shape of his nose. So it comes to a point over here. Comes, and then it does another point where it meets, so the black part of his nose meets the black part of his mouth. So there's a couple fairly pointy spots. Then, okay, I gotta look closely. His outside of his nose, you can see where, because like dog noses have little flaps on the outside, which I learned in a documentary, are so that they can sniff in stuff from whatever they're sniffing and then exhale through the outside so that they don't disturb the stuff they're sniffing. And that's part of the reason why they're so good at tracking via scent, because they don't disturb by breathing down onto it and spreading it out. No, it goes out. So that it comes in and out. And that's why there's flaps on the side of the dog nose. The documentary was really cool. They had a video and everything of a dog like sniffing, and it showed like the dust coming and then going out by the sides. You could see the flaps moving. Okay, that's my little explanation about what a dog nose is. So this is the other flap. And the nostril takes up a good portion. Yep, that looks good. And then there's this divide. And the bottom also sort of sticks out like this. There. This is kind of a bump a little bit. There. Now, where his top lip is a little lower. A little lower than the nose. Let's see, okay, I've got to figure out where I want the rest of his facial features. So his eye is like right about here. It's closed. So I'll just sketch it in. Yes. And then this is going to be all dark because it's just his closed, sleepy eye. Now the bridge of the nose actually comes up a little higher than what I've got right there. And then it comes up into his forehead kind of sharply, and then his cranium is like that. And then this part of his head is mostly just a round bit like this, and then you can see the tip of his ear sticking out like that. Okay, now, so with the chibi proportions, I'm trying to translate this from a real image. His other ear. So this line from the eye here kind of leads to the middle of the ear. And then this is where it comes up, and then so this is one side, the other side is like this. Like right here. And then this little spot is almost like a triangle. Curves out this way, and then it curves up at the top and curves here. Okay. Now his fluffy, fluffy face. Fluffy, 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 fluffy. And so there's a little bit, so like a few bumps. It's not just like a perfect circle. Fluffs out here. Then down to the chest is like one big fluffy line. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, now I need an eraser. I'm going to clean up some of these sketchy lines so I can see better what I'm doing. And make sure everything looks like it's lining up well and in proportion. In Chibi proportion. It's hard. It's hard right here because I have so much going on. I don't want to erase anything that I want. I want to erase the stuff that I actually want to keep. Okay, where's me trash can? To swipe all of the eraser shavings into. Oh, still a few more. It's hard to see because it's like shadowy down here below my desk. It's super bright on my desk. There. Okay. So, I think that even though I spent so much time working these out, I either need to move the eye or I need to extend the nose out. The eye is easier, so I'll try that first. Try making it a little smaller too. Ah, yeah, I think that helped. I think that helped. And then also I'm gonna get rid of this line because it makes it a little too hard. I'm gonna smooth it out. Yeah, just do it more like that. I'm gonna twist this lip up a little bit to anthropomorphize it just a bit and give him a little smile. Oh yes. Yes, yes, yes. And then, adorably, in the reference photo, he's got one little tooth sticking out. It's freaking adorable. So we've got that. And now, to get his chin, comes down around like this. And then kind of like that, yeah. And then he's got, so I'll be able to take care of that with, he's got a lot of dark here on his bottom lip, up here, and then up into his nose, but I won't draw that now. I'll just use marker to indicate that when I get to the coloring stage. So I think as far as line work goes, that's good for his muzzle and his eye. Much more satisfied with that placement. And size 2. Looks nice and peaceful. So the next thing, I think I'll put a little more detail in this ear because it's kind of blank. I want to make it look a little more naturalistic. This comes up like that. And then it's hard to see because the image is really small. But I think that this is probably good. And then just a few little indications of the hairs, the protective hairs inside. And then this area you can't see inside, it's turned away. And all that stuff will be done via marker. Maybe a little bit of extra indications of his fluffy fur. And here, okay, his Dubba Bubba folds. Here's another one. This one comes up in a curve, and then this one is also fluffy looking. Alright, I'm going to take those away. I don't want to do too much, because if you add a little too much detail, it stops looking as cute. Clean it up a little bit again. Okay, I think I'm good with his face. Except right here, I'm not a big fan of how I did the lines here. I'm gonna redo this part. Maybe it'll also help if I get rid of the sketchy lines underneath so I can see better what the final result looks like. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna leave it like that. Next, I think I'll just work my way down the body like this. So his forearm. It comes out like this. And you can see the fluffiness more on the bottom half. The top half, the fur is so fine that it doesn't actually display much texture. And then his little toes. I love how elegantly they go like this. He's just a naturally elegant doggy. And the middle toes are pretty big so that you can't actually see the fourth toe. Because since the 3D, it's like this one is covered. Yeah. I want to get his little claws. And then the other arm. So this comes up into the chest a bit, and then the other arm curves out like this. Down and down. The toes stick up a little bit. And then this one you see even fewer toes, just 2. Claw. And another claw. And you can actually see the toe beans pretty well on this side. Including right here. And then you can see his dew claw as well, which is like right there. Okay, front leg's done. The rest of him is pretty simple. Fluffy rib cage area goes up here. His back is just fuzzy. It's pretty much just fuzzy all over. And right here, the back thigh hair is a little longer. And then the back of the back thigh is the hairs are quite long, at least from this angle. And again, the feet area is pretty smooth. Can't really see the fur texture that much. Right, this foot, same deal, only 2 toes really visible. Toe bean. And here's the other one. And it's toe bean. Like maybe there's an indication of the next ones right next to it, but not much. And then this foot is actually turned the most this way. A little fuzzy right there. And a little fuzzy right there. Comes up like this. This toe. Can't even really see the separation of the toe. But you can see the claw, the toe bean clearly. The big pad of the foot here. And then another big toe bean up there with another claw. There. Yay! Okay, now time for his tail. Comes out like that. The longer furs are on the bottom of the tail. So stick out like this and curve around. And they actually don't just curve, they curve and then curve back a little bit at the very tip. Okay, I'm gonna clean up the guidelines a bit, make sure I'm happy with how it's all looking. Even though I got started late on my live stream today because I was setting up my charity of the month stuff. I think that because it's just a animal just soon that I'm drawing and not a crazy complicated character design like Mishiru for the last 5 weeks or whatever it was. I might be able to get pretty close to done with this in the hour that I have left. And who knows, if I'm really close to done, I might just keep streaming until it's done because it's Friday and I'm taking vacation next week, so what the heck. But we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't take the whole time. I mean, hopefully I don't have to go extra. That's more what I'm trying to say. There. Oh, that was an extra little eraser shaving. Yep, his bubble head looks great. I think that I will change this a little bit. I want it to stick out more. Make it more roundy. Oh, I did it a little too much. Dang it. It was going good and then I did a little too much. Okay. Dang it. Just right here. Right here. That's all. Okay, good. Likey. Now I do want to add a few more fuzzy lines. Actually, just 2 more. That's all I really need. I think that the rest is good. Or maybe right here make this a little more tapered. It's a bit straight. There, that's a bit better. That's better. That is better. Yes. Yay, happy with that. So now I want to look at my tennis ball reference. Put the big tennis ball right here. But I wonder if I should make it bigger, because based on the reference image, it's if the stool that he's leaning against is my tennis ball, then it's actually a lot bigger. To help me making such a large circle, I want to get my stencils out. Hopefully I have one that's big enough. Haha. This, yes. This looks good. Hooray. Yeah, and then the lines will bring the viewer's eye to his eye. So I'm just going to base the bottom of the tennis ball on the bottom of the stool. Excelente. I'll get rid of the smaller lines I did at the beginning. This is a lot of eraser crumbs. Put it in the trash can to wipe it off. There, nice and clean. So I'm basically just gonna copy what I'm seeing here. Tennis ball, so the white, that classic white curving line, two pieces coming together like this. It ends a little past the top middle line, and it crosses the middle a little bit above this line. So what's that, the x-axis, I think. So it comes around there. This. And it's widest looking at the point that's facing the viewer. And then the other curve is maybe about here. And it sort of disappears like this. Yup. Okay. And then tennis ball is not it's not smooth. It is got all these little curly fibers. So I'm trying to do a different kind of line than I am using for soon. Here though, where it's sitting, it's got a bit of a flat bottom. Just doing like a curly line to give it a fluffy texture that it's got. I think that's good. Maybe a little more here. I put a bow on Soon's bone the last time. I'm gonna look at that picture. If I can find it on my phone. Cause I'm thinking like either put a bow on this or maybe put a bow on Soon this time. Let's see, I think I need to go to Patreon to see. Because I don't think I've uploaded it to DeviantArt yet, so my online access to my own image. I think Patreon's my best bet, because it was a Patreon reward, and I think I will do this one as well. Make this one a Patreon reward this year. Load more. It's loading. 2021. Okay, we're getting there. Because I did it almost exactly a year ago. Because, here it is. So I had the bow on the side of the bone. I see. I'm thinking. I'm gonna look up birthday iconography. So maybe I can do something other than a bow. Just realized I didn't put my on-air sign up on my room. Just did that just now. That's what that noise was. You probably heard it. Let's see. There's party hats, balloons. Party hat might be cute. I'm gonna try. See what if I put a little party hat on soon. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. That's how I'm gonna make it a birthday image. He's gonna have a cute little hat sticking out like a unicorn. He's just a little unicorn. I'm thinking about whether I should do the string coming down, but I think it's fine just having it sitting on there. A little party hat sticking out of his head like a little unicorn dog. This line is a little... I'm gonna fix this line a bit. Ouch. I smacked my finger a little bit on my desk. make it a little more interesting, I'm gonna do a double swirly line. Yes, I think that's good. Okay, so double checking, moving around the picture with my eyes. I think that's good. The only thing bothering me is this arm is just a little small compared to all the other limbs. And I think if I just redraw this top line, that will fix it up. Oh wait, this has to go down and then it goes up. There, that's better. Yay. Okay. One last look. Good enough. Soon won't know. Soon won't know if I drew his leg a little too small. Okay. So I'm done with erasers for now. What I need is ink. So what shall I use? I like using these brush pens. I think I shall. I had better test everything first to be sure though. Make sure it's all marker safe. I'll just get my colorless blender. Okay, this one is the biggest of these. Middle. Although you can't tell, it looks the same. And this is the smallest. This one you can tell. Okay, and then we'll just do all the other pens just in case, but Micron I'm sure will be fine. Probably this Zig will be fine. Just do it just in case. I also have this one. I doubt I'll need it though. It's really big. Nah, I'm not even. This one is huge. It's too big for a chibi. Oh, I'm gonna see. Okay, I like having this image available of the chibi I did of Soon last year. Okay, but I want to get my tennis ball back. Tennis ball reference image. Okay, I think those have dried enough, so I'm going to test them. Ooh, that one is not good. In fact, now my thing has a bunch of ink on it. Let me get it off. Wow, I'm glad I did this. These are all the same brand, but I mean, maybe it still hadn't dried yet. But it seems like this one, I'll give it one more chance. I'll put a couple lines down and let them sit for a while. These two are all right. I gotta pick this up so I can see it up close. Yeah, the big one was good. Little one seems good. I wonder why the medium. Well, we'll give it one more chance. Let it really dry. And I guess in the meantime, I'll use this smallest one. That's this one. to do... Yeah, I think I'll use it for most of the lines. The feet is an area where I need to use small ones. This is my smallest one in my current kit. I will use this for the claws because they are just so tiny. All the other ones while I'm at it. This pen does great though. It is making all the tiny, teeny, tiny little lines I need. Looking carefully at the shapes of these toe beans. I don't want to just draw a generic circle. I want it to be pretty naturalistic in its shape, even if it's not in its proportions. Exie! Hello! Yep, happy birthday to Soon! It's gonna be Soon's birthday. He's my doggy. 15 years old he will be. In fact, I think that is... No, maybe my childhood dog, Schnee. I think she got to be 16 or 17. Still, 15 is a pretty respectable age for a dog. His actual birthday is next week, but I'm gonna be on vacation, enjoying the week off. So I wanted to draw him today. And then we'll get him some sort of delicious treat for his actual birthday. What a good boy. Yep, he's such a good boy. He just does his best dogging that he possibly can. Okay, I think that's... Oh no, this... I missed this little line. I'm almost done with this tiny pen. There. I might use a small pen again. In fact, I'll just do it. But I won't use the teeniest one. I'll use this one for this tooth. For a little tooth. So how's it going, Xe? You changed your screen name. Sir Xe. Sir Xe. That's a very noble name. Sir Xe. Ah, I need this middle pen to join the small lines and these larger lines. Okay, good. Maybe I'll do this too. Boop. And I'll do this one too. Boop. Okay, back to all the fuzzy furs. The little fuzzy arms. it's just so much easier to draw a dog than to draw a Chibi Otome game character. So much more simple. It's like I'm continually feeling amazed by how fast this is going. I'll use this one here too. There's a long back of his thighs first. Guess I want to do a little bit of... Oh, I want the tiny one. The 005 size. There. Good. And then, no, I'll just leave that one. Tail. I'll do his tail next. I want to turn the page for this part. I can get those nice long strokes for the tail fur. I think it might even be the longest fur on his body. Okay, I'm going to take a second and give this pen one more shot, see if it is safe to use with Copic markers or if it still bleeds all over the place. Nope. Dang. It's the same brand as these other ones, but it just gets all over the place. It's very weird. Well, putting this one away. So that's been drying for at least 5 minutes. That should be plenty of time. Okay, well, I've still got 4 pens out of my current kit to work with, so that's plenty. You're doing all right. Oh, good. You're welcome. How am I doing? I am doing good. I am so excited for my vacation next week. I'm going to play my video games, and I'm going to catch up on my backlog of good newspapers. It's newspapers that are based on good news instead of depressing news. And I have a big stack of letters to read from my best friend and longtime pen pal. And hopefully I can actually write back to her because she writes me so much, and I'm like, I have this list of topics to reply to in a notepad or like a sheet of paper, a little sheet of paper, and I like crossed off one of them so far in like the past month. So I hope that I can spend some time writing her back too. I'm just so excited. It's a federal holiday on Monday here too, so we're gonna have a big feast, and spent time today picking out what foods I wanted and what recipes I wanted to make. So I'm gonna bake a cake on Sunday. So yeah, that's my upcoming week in a nutshell. Anything cool happening for you right now? Did you get your cool 3D designs up on a marketplace or something? Online marketplace? There. I think I got the lines pretty good for the basic shape of his nosy. Okay. Gosh, about halfway done with the inking. Well, with the basic inking, then I'll do a little bit of detail stuff. Back ear. And the front ear. do lines right there to show that his ear is fuzzy. Oh, and his eye. I'll wait to fill it in. I'll probably fill it in with marker rather than ink. Because I found even with pens that tend to be safe with marker, if I put too much ink down, it could still pull the ink out of place. So I want to avoid that. No one bought them yet, but still cooking and posting stuff. Good. Keep it up. Keep it up. You just gotta, I think it's mostly a matter of time. Well, and like keep sharing it and stuff. Oh, thank you. Happy to hear you'll have a relaxing, happy vacation. Yeah. I'm so looking forward to it. I know I said that already, but it's true. This week especially, I kept thinking, I'm so glad that it's gonna be vacation. Because I haven't been getting good sleep this past week. I don't know, maybe it's because I was looking forward to the vacation. It's contributed to my restlessness, but yeah, I'm ready for just a little bit of time off. Okay, I'm gonna purposefully do this like interesting curly line. Make sure we've got this tennis ball texture that's different. I want it to look different even in just the lines from the texture of Soon's fur. I'm almost doing it like a bunch of curly things. So that's what the I don't know how they make tennis balls, but it does seem like all this like curling around fibers. Like it's not woven like, you know, like in and out like this or something. It's just like all random. Doing some in the opposite direction too to help get that kind of random look. Yay! So to be sure, before I erase the pencil, I'm just going to fan it a little bit first, make sure it's absolutely dry. And I'll erase the pencil and start adding any little detail line work. So like I'll probably make this a little darker to make it feel like it's sitting down. And then I think I'll do my favorite thing, which is to put one big dark outline on the whole thing. Kind of like make it like a sticker, look like it's a sticker or something. Okay, I think that's probably good enough. What kind of eraser do I want to use? I'll use this one. Oops, the top came off. It's because this was in the way. Okay. It's so that you can put a refill in. Whoopsie. Oh, I'll put this on the back. Come on out. There. I'll start from this end so that the last thing I erase is the last thing I inked, so that it has as much time as possible to dry. What video games are you planning to play? Well, definitely want to play my Otome game, Olympia Soiree. That's what I've been playing a lot recently, and I just started a new route and I'm really excited because it looks like it's actually gonna have some historic elements, like the character seems to be based on an actual historical figure from Japan, so that's going to be really interesting because I love Japanese history, and I learned a lot about Japanese history through video games, actually. You know, like I'll see it in a game and then I jump on Wikipedia to see what I can learn about it. Other games, I've been wanting to start the new Kirby game. I only just finished Mario Odyssey like a month or two ago, and the new Kirby game looks like it's really similar, so I might start that too. And then of course I've got the new Fire Emblem, it's like Fire Emblem Warriors, but it's Fire Emblem, what is it called? Fire Emblem Three Hopes. Yeah, so I've got that waiting for me. And then of course I have tons of games that I haven't finished it. So like instead of Three Hopes, I might just pick Three Houses back up because I only finished one of the routes in that game. So I've got plenty more of that game left to play. And I love Fire Emblem. It's so fun. I love leveling up all the characters and everything. And getting all the conversations between each one. And leveling up their relationships and everything. Okay, I'm going to swipe all these eraser crumbs off. I'm so glad I looked up birthday iconography. I would not have thought of a birthday hat on my own. A little birthday cone hat. Thank you, Google. Google image search. Okay, so I'm done with the main erasing, so I'll put this back. And so I'm thinking, I think I'll use this teeny tiny eraser. Just look for any final lines that I missed or that need some extra work. Because once I put the marker down, there's no going back. The lines will be set in place. Even if it's graphite, once the marker is on there, it sets it. You can't really erase the graphite anymore. So Exy, are you going to play any video games? Have you been... I think we talked about video games before. Do you play video games? I think you do. I think you told me and I can't remember. Oh, Red Dead Redemption and stuff. Those kind of games. I think that was you. Oh, sorry if I'm not remembering correctly. Yeah, erasing was actually pretty good. There's only the little tiniest little spots left. I gotta hold it really close to my face to even see, because the erasing was good enough. There was nothing glaringly obvious, just the tiniest little leftovers. And even if I missed something, I think that the erasing is good enough that it'll get covered up by the coloring work anyway. Ooh, Dark Souls 3. Is that the one that's... Is that the one that's like really hard? That's like famous for being really hard? I can't remember. I think one of my high school buddies wanted me to try it. Because it was really hard. I'm like, I don't like things that are really hard. What sort of pen will I use? Maybe this one? This was this one. I might want to use this so I can control it better. Exactly. It's Dark Souls 3, so does that mean you've played the 1 and 2 as well? Even though it's crazy hard? And you did it. I actually heard that it's also a kind of like, maybe I'm misremembering, but it's kind of like Shadow of the Colossus in that it's a lot of boss fights. Like there's not any small baddies to level up against or something like that. I love Shadow of the Colossus. That game was pretty hard too, but it didn't get a reputation for being hard. So, I don't know if it's as hard as Dark Souls. Okay. I don't think I'm actually going to do the dark outline around the whole thing this time, because I don't want to lose this nice light line work that I've got for this tennis ball. I like how this is working. So instead I'm just going to do heavier outlines on the bottom of stuff to sort of ground it and make it feel like gravity's having an effect. Just 3. Didn't play the first ones. So how do you like it? I mean, you're playing it, so I assume that you enjoy it. What's your favorite thing about it right now? Or like what are you working on in it? Is there something that I don't know anything about the story or anything, because it's so famous for just being hard. So I don't know about the story, or if there is a story. I assume there's a story. There's usually a story. Yeah, I'm trying not to lose this texture either, so I'm not even going to put these dark lines everywhere, because I like this little fur texture. I don't want to lose it. Maybe just little areas like right here between bits of fur that are going in opposite directions. Oh, I bought the game 5 years ago. Wow. Oh, wow. Played 45 hours the last 5 years. Never able to pass the second boss. Last week I killed it. Yeah. Good job. Wow. That's kind of like me with Mario. I got Mario, then it was like, was like 7 years later. I think Mario Odyssey's been out for like 7 years, and I really enjoyed it first when I got to the second world, though. Oh, I remember what happened. Other games kept coming out, like Animal Crossing and Fire Emblem, and I was like, oh, the new game is out, and then finally beat Mario this year, so many years later. So you're enjoying it now. Oh, that's good. So you just passed the second boss last week, so how far have you gotten now? Now that you finally took that one out, is it progressing faster? Like figuring that out was like, I've got this game now. I've got you, game. I've got your number. I know how you work. I feel that way sometimes with games. Or at least I have felt that way, like RPGs, well, they call them JRPGs now. When I was a kid, they were just called RPGs, but I could not get the hang of them for the longest time, like Final Fantasy. I think I tried playing 9 first, and then there was this game called Quest 64 on the Nintendo 64, and it was so hard. And then my favorite game in the world now, Suikoden. I played that and I was able to figure out how RPGs generally work, and now it's just like my favorite genre. I just need that one game to help me understand the basic mechanics. Okay, I think I might be done with adding special extra lines. Unless maybe... but I don't want to lose... But thinking about whether I want to do some here. But I guess it's not a problem because he's supposed to be leaning against this, so it's okay if it kind of melds a little bit there visually. Oh wow, holy crap. I killed the 10th boss today working on the 11th. I feel like I solved the game. Yeah. Just says get good and come back later. This is a go try my best die and repeat until we kill them. Yes. Wow, good job. Holy crap. 5 years to beat the second boss, and then now. Man, there's got to be some way to calculate the rate of increased speed of defeating the bosses. That's incredible. I bet that's why it's so popular. Not necessarily because it's hard, but then it's because like when you figure it out, I imagine that is so satisfying. I would be so satisfied if it took me 5 years to finally figure out how to beat a certain boss. And then I did it. Yeah. Okay. Just having one more look. I think I'll do a little bit extra line here. This will also give this a sense of gravity. And be right here to show that his head is hanging over his body. Yep. Okay, I'm done with inking. We'll need a pen at the end. Oh shoot, it's already almost time to stop streaming. Well, maybe I'll stop here then and either finish it. I'm trying to think. Should I finish it off screen? Or I could just finish it next time I do Chibi Friday, which would be in 2 weeks. Exie, help me. Do you think I should finish this off screen so that it's done in time for Soon's birthday? Or should I wait and finish it on a live stream in 2 weeks? What do you think? Because I don't know. This probably doesn't make a difference. So probably either one would be just as good. Add a little extra dark stuff here to give it a roundy sense of it being a ball. Ah, okay. Should be finished before the birthday. Okay, then I will finish this off screen then, because there's only a few minutes left. And I want to make sure to get to bed in time tonight. Oh, I keep seeing little areas where I want to add a little bit extra ink though. I can't stop myself. I mean, who knows? Maybe I will do a surprise live stream anyway next week during my vacation, because my Chibi Fridays are my fun, you know, I just do fan art or whatever fun thing I want to do, so, not that any of my other art isn't fun, but, yeah, because his actual birthday is in 2 Saturdays. Oh, yeah. Okay. Thank you for helping me with that. I was not sure what to do. Oh, looking great already. Thank you very much. Thank you for the compliments. Yay. Yeah, I'll try to finish it. Maybe I'll either do my normal Chibi Friday streaming time, or I might just do it on Wednesday or something like that. I'll think about it. It's my vacation, so I'll just do whatever I think when the time comes. But since it's almost the end of streaming time, I'm gonna call it good here today. I guess I can lift it up so that it can be seen closely before I say goodbye. So here's the tennis ball, and he's got the little party hat on, and he's a little sleepy boy. Okay, so that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Hopefully we'll see each other next week or the week after. Thank you for watching.